Hey everybody, happy Saturday to you. Gonna be doing Pimple from the Battletoads. It's gonna be the third one in that set. And give me just a second to refresh and like the page over there so everybody can see everything. And we're gonna knock this one out. It's gonna be fun. See how it goes. Gonna be doing, like I said, Pimple from the Battletoads. Make sure we're all on set here. This one's going to come out really quick because of the fact that he is the biggest of the group and has a cool strongman pose going on there with the bicep in the way and whatnot. And he's one of the easiest to draw because of the fact that he just has such a great character line that he has the tiniest nose of all of them, and he's the muscle of the group. So like I said, he's really, really big, but he has the most expressive face as well. You guys may have seen a couple of posts that I put out this last 24, 48 hours, something along that line, and posted about the 11x17 pictures that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to do a combo page, and I want to do a nice fight scene and whatnot. And I've got some options on there for you, Godzilla and King Kong. And, there's been a couple of votes here and there. I just want to let you guys know, be sure and vote so that I can get a clear winner here, because this is going to be something that I'm going to definitely do this coming week. And I want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to vote, because I've been getting asked, hey man, what's the deal with that? And nobody's come on and voted yet. So you guys definitely step up and vote, and pick the 11x17 that you want and you want to see drawn, because it will be part of the Kickstarter campaign a little bit later in the month. And you guys will definitely not want to miss that, because when it comes down, it's going to be done. I mean, whatever I draw on there is definitely going to be the finishing piece, and it will be available as one of the Kickstarter bonuses. And if you want to get involved with that and be the first one to pick, when the Kickstarter goes live, you're going to have to bid a certain level, and you'll be able to get one of those, depending on the one that wins. So I haven't decided if I'm going to do all three of them yet, but I'm guaranteeing right now that the winner is going to be done first and will absolutely be in the Kickstarter no matter what. Been a crazy, crazy weekend, and I just finished up my 10th audiobook and book for the week, and it's crazy stuff, man. Been burning through a lot of study and a lot of new material for you guys, and just getting recharged back into the marketing side of things. And like I said, over the last couple of hours, or days or whatever, the last 2 days, I guess, it's still under 72 hours. So you guys are cool with that, I hope. But the bottom line is that I've been going off and doing the whole hype and, meeting of getting everybody inspired and involved, and getting ready for the new comic book launches and the website and all that stuff, and leaning more towards the marketing side of things again, and getting that all going since my revamp's about ready to launch. As far as comics go, you guys are gonna have to tell me what you want to see pretty quick on some of these, because I have a very limited list, and it's been a little off since the Tiger Sharks thing, and I'm going to open it up a little bit. I've got a request for a Freddy Krueger coming up. That double page option coming up for Freddy versus Jason, the King Kong versus Godzilla, and a couple other things coming up. And you guys are going to have to put in your vote to get the one you want. But as far as this marketing stuff goes, I have a webinar coming up towards the middle of the month, and it'll be free. and I'm going to show you guys a bunch of stuff, a bunch of new stuff that I've got going on with how to set up your website real quick, how to make your presence known really fast. And, you know, I get asked all the time about my YouTube channel because, you know, I've got over, I think it's 42, something like that, 42,000 views already. And I want to show you guys how I did that. And, you know, get your presence online and get yourself set up. And it's really easy. I've done it for best-selling authors. I've done it for a lot of different people, you know, book personalities, TV personalities, household name marketers. You know, I've worked with a lot of these guys over the years, and I'm tired of holding back on that. And I want to help, you know, anybody that wants to start their business do that. And I'm trying to get everybody out of that whole, you know, bum rap of, you know, the guru this, guru that stuff, and get everybody up to par for getting your comic out there, getting your book out there, getting your website out there, whatever it is. I want to help you get that going. And, you know, if I can help, awesome. If you're following me on this stuff, if not, that's your choice too. That's okay. You know, I had a couple of people ask me, you know, why are your followers falling off and dropping off and whatnot? Well, one thing, they're over on my pages. Okay. So, you know, they're on my page waiting for my website to come up, and that's perfectly fine. Also, another thing with that is I've lost like 15 people in the last 48 hours or so. I dropped down from like 690 to, I think it's at 675 or 650 or something like that, whatever it is. But, you know, the thing is, I'm going to make adjustments for the field that I'm working in, and producing a lot more of this stuff that I've been working on behind the scenes and taking care of business, you know. And with all of that said and all of that in play, it's going to make an adjustment. You guys are going to have to hang with me, you know. I'm not falling out of comics. I am doing multiple markets, okay, because that's something I've always done. And I love being told by people that I can't do something, because that's when I go off and do it the best. So, you know, I'm all for that. You want to tell me I can't do comics and do marketing and do this, and I need to fine line my niche and whatnot? I'm like, you know, that's full on malarkey, whatever you want to call it. It's just bad business to think that. It's absurd. And with this guy coming out right here, you know, this is number 153, I think it is, this particular card. You know, I appreciate all the support you guys have given me along the way, and I'm not going to stop doing cards, at least for the foreseeable future. And I so appreciate this. You know, if you like one of these cards and you want one, let me know what's coming up. You know, show your support, show the continued push for it, and let's see what we're doing as far as the Kickstarter goes when it all comes out, because I'm going to be releasing that book and stuff, as I said. And, you know, all the love and support from you guys. I got a couple of shout outs from Marcel the other day, which is freaking phenomenal. Thank you very much for that. You know, it's a lot of people that know me offline as well, you know, personally, rather than just, you know, for being on here and being the crazy nut that I present for you guys, which is not a character, by the way. I am that way. This is what you get. If you've seen me on the show here, that's exactly the way I am in real life. Just flat out doing my thing, man. Just doing my thing. You know, and I get asked all the time, it's, how would you go about doing this? And how would you go about doing this comic? And what would you do here? And what do you recommend here? And, you know, I'm starting this business, and what do you get? I get that kind of stuff all the time. And it's come to my attention that I need to come back full circle and help you guys out, and be a little bit more aggressive with my marketing. So that's the big push and direction, as well as what you may have seen this morning when I posted a little bit about my background and a little bit about my story. You know, my younger sister, my baby sister, in fact, passed away a couple of years ago of cancer. And I made her a promise that I would stop making everybody else wealthy and everybody else successful and household names and things like that without doing so for myself, and stop holding back on that. So I've been staying out of the limelight for a while, and it's time that I get another book or two out there and another comic or two, and stop pushing just the sideline stuff and helping behind the scenes, and start busting some heads and saying, hey, this is the right way to do this. Stop being a knucklehead. So that's where this is at. But yeah, you guys are awesome, and I so appreciate you hanging out with me and still doing each of these cards every day. I'm going to be doing a new one tomorrow, so that we have a heads up with this. I know I'm kind of scattered today because it's been such a busy weekend. And by the way, you might notice the strong grip of the loving Hulk hanging onto my finger right here. I had an accident this morning and took half the cuticle off my finger. Yeah, it's just been that kind of weekend. But it's all good, Got it wrapped up, got it protected, and been pumping out pages and whatnot, and getting ready for this Kickstarter. But like I said, thank you for sharing the love. Thank you for hanging out, and I hope you guys learn a lot here. And if nothing else, the insight into the craziness that is my comic creation process, as well as what's coming up next. So I will still be doing some cards, and like I said, for tomorrow, right off the bat, as I was going to continue and say that before I got sidetracked with my Band-Aid story, I am going to be doing Freddy Krueger tomorrow, and it will be an individual card, not the voting piece. It will be an individual card. I'm not doing it for Inktober. I am doing it as part of the card set because Halloween's coming up, and I got asked to. I'm going to be doing Freddy tomorrow, and then I'm going to be doing an Alien on Monday from the Alien series. So you guys will have that one going on. I've been wanting to do a Predator for a while as well, but I want some feedback from you guys. What do you think? You think I should do a Predator? With my animated style, I'm not sure if he would have the impact that a lot of people would want to see, but we can see. I mean, if you guys vote for it, that's awesome. But which one do you want to see? You want to see some more comic stuff, or you want to see, because I've got a list, but after Freddy, do you want to see more comic stuff, or do you want to see a Predator or an Alien or what? Let me know. Get interactive. Show me what's going on. Everybody's been a little quiet for a while because I've been jumping around the time and stuff, but I'm going to get back to that 3 or 4 o'clock hour so that we can start that. And I've got some stuff going on with my comics, so I've got to really, really tighten this down, and stop coming on at like 6 o'clock. It's too late, man. It's too late. But yeah, the podcast is coming up this weekend as well, tomorrow. Thank goodness that's on the register. I know a lot of people have been asking me about that. It's like, well, I'll do the podcast. You said this Sunday. But I have a little bit of a side matter I have to take care of in the morning. But then I will be posting the podcast tomorrow. I'm looking very forward to that. And I've been posting that blog and all that. It's just crazy, crazy, crazy. And some people know, some people don't. I tend to do a lot of reading, and especially a lot of speed reading. And it's a nerdy knack that I have. Like I said, I've gone through 10 books this week, and I've got 2 more to review. So you guys are awesome, and thank you for sharing those for the people that shared them. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. It's cool stuff. But I go through maybe something like, I don't know, an average of 5 to 7 books a week. And that's just part of what I do for my expertise. And the reason I'm telling you guys this is because I've got a ton of new stuff that I'm working on and experimenting with that I'm going to be teaching you guys very soon. And I know a lot of people are like, hey, man, you're reading the stuff. You're supposed to be the expert. Well, the reason I am the expert that I am is because of the fact that I do the stuff I do. Not to say that I'm an expert. I don't know anything. Don't trust me. But don't trust me. But yeah, it is what it is. So there's that famous statement again that I hate so much. This dude, I'm giving him all kinds of ribbing and whatnot because of the fact that what's going on with this is I used a an inspired like bodybuilder pose. You know, this is a typical bicep crunch. And the reason that I went this way is because this dude is so massive and so lean. He's got muscles on muscles on muscles. And I want to keep it kind of open because of the fact that I don't want to choke it out with too much detail. But one of the big things is he's got so much muscle mass and has to be edged out. That's the reason I'm doing this particular line work. And frogs are different. Frogs have this really weird tone to their skin, and toads do as well. And it's one of those things where the dude's just got a shape to him that is not humanoid. I mean, that's part of what the cool part of drawing a fantasy character like this is. But with him being as ripped in the bodybuilder type of pose, I've got to draw all these details. So that's what we're going for right now. We're going for this ripped look and giving him kind of a heavy three-dimensional pop. And I do this a lot in the animation style stuff that I do for websites and graphics and things like that. And for comics here lately, I've been doing this a lot as well. And it helps pop things out a little bit, I guess. You know, it just jumps it off the page a little. But I'm going to put in this bullfrog sack right here. Please don't pervert that. I just don't want anybody to take that sideways. I like to put in this little ridge right here underneath to show that edge. And, you know, I'm going to do the same thing with Jabba when I draw him. I love doing this line right here to give that hard edge. And I draw that with Jabba the Hutt whenever I draw him as well. And it cracks me up to no end because of the fact it just makes him look really cartoony. And it's just like, hey, man, it's got a three-dimensional thing going on. It's got a nice ridge to it. It just breaks it up a little, you know. Like right here on the eye. And I'm not one to really draw these lines like this, you know, this feathering stuff a lot. But here lately with these cards, I've been taking a lot more expressive approaches. So, you know, it's got a higher end to it. Just looks a little more polished whenever I do it this way instead of the typical comic art, because it's not going to be fleshed out like a comic page necessarily would be, which has a lot finer detail in it. And you guys have been asking me to do a lot more detail with these things, and with it having such a small surface space, that's another big thing I'm having to deal with is that edge, as it were. Because see, there's a lip right there, and I'll go in and solidify that because I don't want that to be all hashed out. Go in here and put in some of these lines, like my buddy Alonzo, and a couple other artists are huge on that right now too, is putting in all these, you know, these featherings and cross hatchings and all that. Why'd you start studying all that line work? It's because of the fact that I wanted to give it a little more depth. And with some of these characters, you really need it. So I'll change this one to go this way across his chest here, because that's his chest right there where it cuts back up this way for the other side, which is this huge delt over here. And I've been working on that a little bit right up in here. I'm sorry I'm not quite as talkative and on point today as I normally am. I am so tired today. It's crazy. So tired. And got a lot going on and still got a full night of work ahead of me. So you guys forgive me for that. But there's that neck muscle, the back side of that neck muscle right there. And because he's a frog, or a toad actually, we're going to put that line work right there like it's a divot right here, right there. And then it'll fin down into the bulkier part of his back. Instead of making a smooth line there, I'm going to kind of make it where his neck goes over here. That's the side of his neck. That's the back of his neck, and it'll run down here into the back, so that we don't have any problems with that. And then we're going to go down here and flesh out these ribs a little bit. Oh, hey, Arthur. If you're gonna be rude, man, sorry. I've got kids. I've got youngsters on point. I'm not normally. I'm cool with the jokes and stuff, but keep it clean, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, we don't do adult content. Thanks. Just had a little bit of an abrupt joke. I appreciate it, man, but yeah, we don't go there. Yeah, youngsters on board, please don't do that. But anyway, yep. Always has to be somebody. But no, this is one of those things where, like I said, he's got these weird abs that bulk out instead of going flat like the others, where like Rash has that smooth stomach that V's down. Pimple has abs that actually flex out, which are really cool because he is more of, if Schwarzenegger was ever to become a frog or a toad, that would be his witch's curse. He would look like this guy. So I'm gonna drop in the back of that lat there. Now, I know this looks funny, but like I said, the lats are like really huge across here, and they bulk out, and then they taper down into that classic bodybuilder V taper, which is a little bit different with this anatomy. So hey, Kevin, glad you joined, man. Thanks. Going to be finishing this up with a big, nice detailed block right here. And normally I would black this out, but like I said, you guys have been asking me to do more open detail, so that's part of where this is coming from. And connect it up right there. And I like to do this because of the fact that whenever it comes off, like I said, that lat muscle, that's going to be the top of his shoulder blade right there, and then there's the bottom of it. And the reason it crunches down that way is because of the fact that, like I said, I said this the other day, toad anatomy just doesn't match up with human anatomy. Even if you make it humanoid, it's still not going to match up. So I love to do it a little bit different, beside the fact that it makes people question it. And, it, you know, one of the funnest things is to see people go, hey, man, you know, that doesn't look right, or this doesn't look right, or, you know, whatever. And I'm just like, you know, do it your way, man. It's all good. Do it your way. I mean, it's not like you're going to see a 6-foot toad running around in real life, you know, a humanoid toad at that, and trying to figure out what's going on. So it's all good. But I'm going to start winding this down. I think we've about got it. And like I said the other day, I'm not going to go all wonky with the details because sometimes they have a humanoid look, sometimes they don't, and Pimple hardly ever has a proper human anatomy for the flex. You know what I mean? The overall flex is always odd, and I think they did that on purpose so that he's never the same twice. But nonetheless, it makes it look odd. And that's just my opinion on it. But it is what it is. There it is again. I give it to you again since you asked for it. So there we go. But anyway, you guys keep pushing on and keep knocking out your comics. We're going to be back at this again tomorrow with me well rested. Not as exhausted as I am today. And I never get exhausted, man, but I've been working this weekend. Like I said, I had a personal issue coming up for tomorrow, and I've just got to get everything hammered out, and it's so tiring. But we will be back tomorrow with Freddie, and hopefully you guys will vote to where we can get this going and have the whole cool thing pop up of what 11 by 17s are going to be done and in what order. Right now, it looks like we're going to be doing King Kong and Godzilla. If you guys don't vote something else, that's the route we're going. And I'll have to put that on the schedule to make time to come on live and put that out there, and we'll cover it and go from there. But as of right now, I want to see what you guys want to say about it and what you want to do. Let me know. Halloween's coming up. I mean, if you want to see, because I've drawn kaiju for years. So, you know, I'm a Zipper Suit Monster fan from way back. So if you want to see that, that's awesome. If not, that's fine too. Now, I like doing this because of the fact that this is the only one I like to do the armor from, because this big dope back here, he always wears that that overpiece. He's got a piece of shell work that comes on sometimes that he uses for armor. And in this one, I think I'm going to do this layered sequence for that shoulder pad back there, because it starts right here on his shoulder and it goes back into a cybernetic thing where he's like lost his arm in one of the adventures. I think I'm just going to twist it up and go from there because it just seems fun. But anyway, I'm going to map this out real quick with some shading. Make it pop up like the other two. Make it a matching set, and then we'll go from there. But you guys are definitely going to have to vote if you want to get that. You can see it on my timeline and on my page. It's definitely there. You can go on, check it out, and vote for whichever 11 by 17 that you want to see made. And if not, that's cool too. Whatever works. But grab the old 9 here. And I'm probably going to snap this lid. I just got a hunch. I'm going to break it. I had a boatload of pages and commissions and everything coming off the back burner today, and trying to get everything headed up for this week. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait. And I'm getting a couple more commissions done. Thank you guys for the commissions, by the way. Lowry and a couple of others have already bought commissions. I will be showing some of those. Some of them I won't, because they've been requested not to, because of the characters being originals, you know, that kind of thing, and being promotional packs and character sheets and whatnot. And then there's a couple of things going on with a couple of card commissions that have come up, and you guys are being real awesome about it. I appreciate that. I'm going to have a blast doing those, and I'm going to be doing a couple of them live so that you'll be able to see what's going on. And I will be doing a live sketch process, plain out. I will be doing the layout and all. You know, it only takes me a couple minutes to do these layouts, so I'll be doing that and going from there. Whoops, shot over that line, didn't I? But anyway, be knocking those out. I have Princess Leia that I talked about the other day. She is coming up on Monday. I'm going to be doing a special live for that character and knocking her out for turning that set in this coming week. Boba Fett's coming up. I talked to Kevin, and I'm going to start knocking that one out. He's dying for that thing because I promised him that I would get it done the early part of this month because of the fact that I had so much stuff going on that I had to knock out, and with these new books coming up and whatever, and then with the change of direction for the marketing stuff coming up, I had to get everything in place so that you guys can see what's going on. And we hit over 40,000 views on the old YouTube. I appreciate it very much. Thank you very much for that. You guys are partially responsible for that. And if you're hanging out here every day, you can definitely count on it. Let's see. I think that's going to wrap that up. We're going to consider this one done. And I've got the other two here. Kind of wrap these up and darken this up just a little, because he has kind of this dark eye thing going on right above. There we go. That pops that out. Now we have Pimple here. We have Rash from yesterday, and then we have Zitz from the day before. So you guys have all three of them. Hope you dig them. Hope it's fun. We'll go from there. So keep it up, you guys. I appreciate it. And keep pushing on. Tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow's going to be Freddy. And then I'll do on Monday an alien from the Aliens films. And I'm going to follow up with the post of what you guys are going on with the voting. And let you know probably Monday or Tuesday what we have and call it and see where we're at. So talk to you soon. Thanks for hanging out with me. And like I said, I'll try to be back at a regular time tomorrow, about 3 or 4. My time in the afternoon, regular, where you guys can jump on and see. But Saturday and Sunday are normally my dead days. So I hope to see you here. If not, I'll catch you on Monday. But either way, take care.